Hello, my friends. I'm Pastor Mark, also known as Mark William Ennis, and I'm here with number 5 of our children's Bible stories of Joseph, son of Jacob. Now, a quick review for those who are joining for the first time. There was a man named Joseph. His brothers hated him, not entirely for bad reasons, but they wound up selling him into slavery. And he became the house manager for a very important person in ancient Egypt named Potiphar. Now, Joseph had been told in a dream that someday he'd be really important. And even though he was a younger brother, all his older brothers would be bowing down to him. That's partly why his brothers hated him so much. Well, at the end of last story about Joseph, he was managing this wonderful household. He was living well. He was eating well. He was well respected. But remember, I've always told kids I've worked with, when times are great, really enjoy them because they're not going to last forever. And when times are really, really bad, don't despair. Don't get depressed. They're not going to last long, and certainly not forever either. So, Joseph is a highly respected professional, running a household, eating well. All is going well. He's come a long way from being attacked by his brothers and having his brothers scorned. But good times don't last forever. Potiphar's wife was not a very nice person. Potiphar's wife did some evil things, especially to Joseph. See, Potiphar's wife thought Joseph was really, really cute. And she wanted to hug him and maybe make him her boyfriend, even though she was married. Not good. Never works out well. And so she said, "Come here, Joseph. Come here." He said, "Huh?" "Come here, Joseph. Talk to me." And he said, that's not a good idea. You're married. And I work for your husband. And oh, Joseph, come on. He said, "No, no, no, no." Well, she really got mad now. So she screamed at the top of her lungs. She screamed and she made up a lie. Lying is never good, especially when it's a lie about someone else that hurts them. She screamed, and when the guards came, they said, "What's the matter?" She said, "Oh, he tried to grab me. He tried to hurt me." And Joseph standing there saying, "I did? No, I didn't." Well, he was not upper class. He was a slave, even though he had a responsible job. So the guards believed Potiphar's wife. They did not believe Joseph. Even today, sometimes we don't believe people if they're not as important and rich as other people. People who are well connected, people who are wealthy are believed more than people who are not. And so they didn't believe Joseph. They believed Potiphar's wife, even though she was a liar. And Potiphar believed his wife, and he said, "Send Joseph into prison." And this is probably a bit of what his life looked like. He's now in jail looking through bars. This photo is by Dragos Kantoragiu from Unsplash, and I give him a shout out. So Joseph, very, very innocently, was doing the right thing, saying no to Potiphar's wife. But he was falsely accused. Just because someone's accused does not mean they are guilty. And often we listen to rich and well-connected people more than we do people who are less connected and less wealthy. So Joseph, he had been living it up really, really well. Nice house, responsible job. And now he's in jail, falsely accused of something he never, ever did. Well, was God still with him? Remember, God promised that he was going to be really important someday. Do you think God left him because he's in prison? Do you think that everyone in prison is there because they really did something wrong, or at times were they lied about? If someone at school tells you something about another kid, do you believe it? Or do you try to find out the truth? Because yes, there are times that people do tell lies. So let's not believe everything we hear. Find out the truth if you've heard something bad. And if God tells you you're going to be doing something, trust God. Even if you wind up in prison, God is still at work. God keeps God's word. If you are having a great time, enjoy it. It might not last forever. And if you are having a horribly bad time, don't despair. God's not done yet. Joseph's in prison, and it looks pretty bad for him, but you know what? He still trusted God and God's promise. And I hope we can all trust God too, even in the hardest of times. Well, that's our story for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you will never despair when things are bad, but will celebrate good times and always trust God. Please like, share, and comment on this video so that more people may get to see it. God bless you all. Pastor Mark or Reverend Mark William Ennis, whichever you prefer. God bless you all.